Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hopeful elect out there, the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. Alright, so I just want to do a short lesson of how alone the spirit of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai allows it to go. And I want to name the video, they want to get the people desperate. All right. And Lord Woods brothers can see on the screen, I have this article. It's like I have the definition for the word desperate. All right. Desperate. All right. And it means feeling, showing, or involving a hopeless sense that a situation is so bad as to be impossible to deal with. Right. And we see the inflation. We see pretty much the downfall of this global economy, and you know basically the destruction of the global economy. With inflation going through the roof, it's getting harder for people to afford things. The prices of everything is going up. Um, jobs are talking about making cuts. The unemployment rate is still high. All right, and this is all by design. All right, to get the people desperate. All right, to basically back them, basically to back them up in a corner, so to speak, to get them in a level, to get the masses of people at a level of desperation. All right, where they'll be willing to do anything for society to go back to normal. All right, absolutely anything to even if it means going against something that they believe. Like when the big C first hit, and people's jobs and things like that was getting threatened if they refused to take the vaccination. All right, what were they doing? They were telling them, look, you can't work here. A lot of jobs were saying you can't work here unless you submit to this vaccination or you submit to this test. All right, and a lot of people were saying they wasn't going to take it, but they put people in a state where their back was against the wall, pretty much made them desperate. All right, if they didn't take it, they were going to lose their job, and then what? They were going to be pretty much up shit's creek. All right, and we see, so that was just like a test run to get the people to see the mindset of the people, to see if the people's life was threatened. All right, if their sense of normalcy was threatened. All right, what would they do? And we saw the masses of people in the world, bend over, and a lot of them are off the earth right now. The Most High took a lot of them off the earth. All right, a lot of our people are off the earth because they complied with Esau. But now we see the destruction of the global economy. Inflation, prices of everything going through the roof. All right, jobs beginning to make cutbacks. A lot of jobs out there are starting to fire people. All right, so on and so forth. Businesses are losing money. Businesses are shutting down. All right, and ultimately we know is to bring people to their knees to accept the Karagma. All right, is why they're destroying this global economy. All right, to destroy this system, this money system that's in place now, and usher in the next system. And people are going to be so desperate, they're going to feel so hopeless. Like again, desperation, feeling, showing, or involving a hopeless sense that a situation is so bad, because the situation is going to be bad out here. There's going to be no food. All right, there's going to be a lot of death, destruction. People ain't gonna have money to heat their houses because the energy bill is so high. All right, and the money system is gonna crash, and the Esau is gonna come with the solution. All right, to take this Karagma. All right, and we'll give you some food. We'll, so on and so forth. All right, since a situation is so bad as to be impossible to deal with. All right, and that's what's coming. The time of Jacob's trouble. All right, or the hour of temptation. All right, it's gonna be a time that's impossible to deal with for the masses of people. If you ain't got Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah on your side, it's gonna be impossible for you to deal with these times that are coming. All right, and again, the masses of people out there are gonna be desperate, and that's what Esau wants. Make them desperate, and then I'm gonna just take it and screw it. I'm gonna just take the chip. All right, or I'm gonna take them, so on and so forth. But what made me want to do this video, Salakia? Let me pull up the article real quick. All right, Salake brothers, Lord Woods brothers can see on the screen. This was the article I was talking about. It says the middle class is dying. 50% of all Americans workers make less than $3,133 a month last year, which is not good. The way things is going up, the cost of energy is going up, the cost of food is going up, the cost of Everything is going through the roof. And again, it's all by design to get the people desperate to accept the new global financial system, which will be a microchip implanted inside your body to buy and sell things. So I'm going to read a little bit of it. It says, inflation is systematically destroying our standard of living. And that's what they want. They want to destroy um, your so-called normal life, bring it, have it when you can't afford anything, make you desperate. And then when they got you in a sense of desperation, you go against what you believe in. Like a lot of people are going to a lot of people are going to take this Karagma. A lot of people. And again, the vaccination was a test run. Because again, a lot of people say, I ain't taking that. I ain't going to take that jump. But then as soon as their livelihood was threatened, look what happened. A lot of them took it. And again, a lot of them, the Lord took off the earth. A lot of people that took that vaccination, the Lord took them off the earth. All right. And now is states are some states they made it where children have to have the vaccination in order to attend school, and now they got lawyers in all 50 states basically telling parents that they can sue if if you don't want your child is required to go to school to have that vaccination, you can sue them. All right. But at the end of the day, how is that going to work? How are you going to still your livelihood still going to be threatened at the end of the day? And eventually you're going to have to just give in because, you know, how are you going to be able to go and make money? Because people can't afford for one person to stay home to homeschool the child. If people could afford to do that, people would do it. But people can't afford to do that. All right, to keep a roof over your head, it has to pretty much be two people going out to work. All right, and people that are living single, all right, majority of them are in a FDL situation right now. All right, so yeah, man, Esau is trying to bring the people to their knees to get people to accept the so-called New World Order. All right, which the end game of that is to have a microchip implanted inside your body. Um, and the middle class is shrinking shrinking a little bit more with each passing day. The middle class is dead. There's no such thing as a middle class now. It's just you're poor, you're rich. The Social Security Administration just released wages statistics for 2021, and the numbers that they have given us are quite stunning. As you will see below, half of all American workers made less than $3,133 a month last year. And that ain't nothing right now, man. Pretty much, it's you're getting by, but it's not enough. All right, everybody's struggling. 80% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck. Everybody's struggling, and it's all by design. Once upon a time, you could live a very comfortable middle class lifestyle on $3,000. Yeah, you could. Not anymore. But thanks to inflation, such as wages, now put you just barely above the poverty level. You're just enough. The decision that our leaders have been making are absolutely, I'm trying to pronounce that word, the middle class, and that should deeply trouble all of us. Yeah, they don't give a fuck, man. All right, you can find the new Social Security Administration wage right here. The following are some statistics that I have pulled out of the report. More than 30% of all American workers make less than 20,000. Which you're poor. You're fucked up right now if you're making 20. All right, all the way 20, 30. Any of these, you're really well. You can just making it, man. All right, but there's people out in certain places that make 50 or 60. Say they make 30 or 40 a month. I mean a year, and they're homeless. In California, there's people like that. They have good paying jobs and they're still homeless. All right. More than 41% of American workers made less than 30,000 a year last year. More than 52% of Americans made less than 40. More than 62% of American workers made less than 50. These numbers tell us that most Americans are just barely scraping by, right? Barely. But our leaders want us to buy into the illusion that most people are doing well these days. Of course, that isn't even close to the truth, which is definitely not. All right, at all. The majority of people out there are messed up, man. Rent is going through the roof. Rent is going up. Food is going up. Gas is going up, going back up. And again, it's all to get the masses of people. Hold on, pause it one more time. And again, it's to get the people out there desperate. All right, again, desperate feelings showing or involving a hopeless sense that a situation is so bad as to be impossible to deal with. Yeah, man. So life is just going to get harder here, and it's all by design to bring the people to their knees to accept this new world order. All right, you eat bugs. All right, they don't even want you eating GMOs no more. They want you eating bugs and drinking roach milk and driving electric cars. All right, and be a cyborg. Have a what they call a cyborg. All right, have a microchip inside your body. That's Esau's idea of a heaven, where the masses of people eat bugs. All right, again, you drink roach milk. You driving a Tesla or an electric Chevy, and you live in a small ass house. You don't even have a house. You sleep out in a tent. With your electric vehicle. That's Esau's idea of a heaven, man. That's why we got to get out of here, get away from this devil, man. The Most High is ready to put him out of the earth, man. Put him in captivity, which is where he belongs. Which, like most animals, belong behind the fucking cage, and that's where Esau belongs, and behind the cage. All right, in slavery. Fucking devil out here, devil now. All right, this is yeah, man. They're choking people out, man. It's gonna continue. This Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, which who's the wicked? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the third part of men, which are the wicked, which are the Edomites. When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, and the people are mourning. All right, again, like we just read in our article, 50% of Americans make less than 30,000 a year. All right, and like that article said in Zero Hedge, back once upon a time, you could live comfortably with that. Not anymore. All right, people that's making 40 and 50 are struggling. All right, food is jumping through the roof, man. But this is all by design to get you desperate. All right, and then once he's got you where you're completely and utterly desperate, which is pretty much the situation people are in now. All right, what's he gonna do? He's gonna bring the mark. Well, ultimately the Most High is gonna bring it, but the Most High is gonna use him to introduce the mark. All right. You want your life back. You want to keep your house. You want to keep your car. You want to be able to pay your bills. All right. You're gonna have to take this mark, and we'll give you we'll start you off with a decent credit score or whatever. We'll wipe your credit clean. Esau is gonna you know push it to the max where it sounds good. All right. And the people are gonna be in such a desperate state they're gonna take it. All right. The masses of people, but the elect, Abaratazar, the brothers out there pushing myself are that number. All right. The Lord keep us in a stable mind. We're gonna hold fast to this truth. All right, and give the devil the middle finger, man. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. He calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, no matter what status of life you're in. But right now, again, like I said, you're either poor in this world, or you're either rich. All right, the middle class is dead, man. That's why the Lord didn't say nothing about the middle class. He said great, rich or poor. All right, rich or poor. You either got a lot of money or you got next to no money. All right, ain't no middle class anymore. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. All right, the charagma. All right, verse 17, that no man, which the elders and apostles of great millstone have broken down many times, that no man might buy or sell, say he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right, and I just saw another article that said that uh the economy is being destroyed. Let me see if I can find that real quick. That one real quick. I'm not gonna read them, just pull it up. Alright, Salaki brothers, here it is. It says, there is too much debt in the world, so that they must inflate it away, which they will. Alright, so the debt is got Abathiel. This could just tell you Habakkuk, the second chapter. Alright, so much debt that it's just going to inflate. Hyperinflation is going to continue to rise until eventually what happens? Hyperinflation happens, and that's when the dollar becomes worthless. And then once the money is pushed out of the way, and they're going to bring the Revelation chapter 13, verses 16 through 17 into play. Alright? And the masses of people be so desperate, they're going to take it, man, with a smile on their face. All right. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and safety. And peace and safety to you, brothers, pushing the truth and sincerity. With that, I'm going to say shalom to the elect.